Hello everyone and welcome back to War in the Pacific, Admiral's Edition. We are actually in September 11, 1943. We just captured that base in Celebes. Palaka, I think it was. So that'll be good. Traps those Japanese troops in between our now bases. On fire, heavy damage. Let's see if we can sink this. Not yet. I think it's going to sink, but just not yet. So there it goes. That was a Dutch sub. We got to get those, guys. We only have a 10% chance. That might sink, but that's okay. This ship was goner anyway. I think this is the one. Well, I think this is the one that was heavy damaged. But let's see if we can take out a sub with us. But also now our task force can move a lot faster. Alright, looks like we're not able to do what I was hoping. Oh well. Our ASW just isn't cutting it this time. I'm telling you, the Andaman, no matter where these guys are, they can perform very well, except for in Andaman Sea. Oh, well, actually, we did... No, that's not true. We did have it take some... we did have it take some direct hits, but... Or it was taking on water, at least. But yeah, we lost that boat. I was debating on... now our little destroyer escorts can just shoot out of there. But I was debating on what was I saying? Taking them out, scuttling it anyway. So he did exactly as I predicted and brought everything. We shot down several Tojos. This is no allied losses, but I bet that's not true. Well, just as a precaution, we're sweeping there. We got that cap trap, and once upon a time, and we don't want to deal with that again. I guess our carriers got out there a little bit further out than I was hoping. Sally to flag. Okay, this will probably be my last day capping Changsha, because if he's determined enough, I don't know, maybe he'll back off if he takes that many losses, or maybe he'll bring some more fighters. I don't know. I'll have to think about this one. Alright, the goal here is just to see if we can finish destroying these oil And I think he's repairing them. That's costs a lot of. Ooh, nice, nice hits here. Costs a lot of supplies to repair these bases. Oh, okay. This may. Will this finish it off? Let's. Nope. There's more. Wow, that's a lot of hits. It is a clear hex though, so that helps us. Well, so far they haven't come out to bomb our ships, and maybe they won't, maybe they will still, but our ships, I think, have gotten away. That was precarious, I can tell you. So now I got to get all my capital ships, surface vessels there, back to Rangoon, and make sure he can't bombard Rangoon. The O-21 is the worst. Okay. This guy, he he likes to attack on the surface, but he always loses initiative there. That's funny. Try hard. Alright, so this is going to be several torpedoes launched at one cargo ship. Oh, and surface attack. Okay, that's going to go down. Hey, look at that. Interesting trade. Okay. Well, there you have it. We got away from Port Blair. Nice. I don't mind showing you the losses for the day, including our Sussex. And it's unfortunate, but I was hoping that it would just slink back. It wasn't meant to be. It had 95 float damage, so it likely wouldn't have. Yeah. I did want to point out, I think this is this was a really good choice I made. So what happened was I had the Suffolk and the whatever this is, the Suffolk and what did we just lose? Well, let's look at the losses while I put my head together. So we lost 4 aircraft. He lost 18. Tojo's over Changsha, so that's good. That cab trap was good. I mean, it wasn't really a trap. He actually knew we were there. And then we lost some miscellaneous aircraft, including, of course, an air transport. Um, but for pilots, 111 and ship sunk. This is where I wanted to go. Sussex. So the two ship names were confusing me. He lost at least one cargo ship. I think 3, 2 or 3. We did lose the Sussex, but I made the decision. I could have scuttled it, but we made the decision. I decided to split the two cruisers into two different escort task forces to get out of there. He hasn't even spotted this one, and we can get back. In fact, I could go to, there's no point. I could go to Rangoon and repair there, but um, there's no, I'd have to send it back anyway to Calcutta, so let's just go now. But the point is that we got out of harm's way. Uh, let's just go here. I can still send it just after it refuels. Actually, I can do this, and then we'll say coastal routing, and then it'll hug the coast after it refuels. We'll see how that does. Let's see how far it gets down. I don't know. We can just unload it, repair up to 40 major flood, and then worry about it later. I'm not gonna stress about it. But the point is, everybody's gonna get home quite safe and sound. We'll get these two cruiser task groups back to Rangoon, and that's the situation. And he hasn't spotted our carriers. This is what I was worried about, but it was these guys that he spotted. Anyway, it looks like everybody will make it out just fine. And in the meantime, we've got this Indian division growing a lot faster now, a lot more powerful, and hopefully we can make a push for this hex shortly. We are bombing the ground troops, as you saw, and we'll do what we can. But in the meantime, and I'm going to try to get this guy out of there as well, safe and sound back to Rangoon. I may just send him to Ramrey Island because that's less likely that he'll be caught over here somewhere by air, and he'll be up here somewhere by the time by the time the next turn rolls around. But anyway, I'm going to move on from here. I just wanted to point out a couple of things. And let's see, September 12th, we'll come back and see how we do. Thanks. All right, it's the 12th of September here. Let's see how we fare today with our, well, whatever we're doing. By the way, that would have been cool, but it's a low chance. I will tell you, I'm moving my subs into the area, trying to see if I can nab a carrier, because I was told a carrier is coming to this area here. So I thought, hey, let's see if we can get one. So I'm gonna try to give you all the experience that that I normally would, but it's as I'm recording this, it is Thanksgiving morning, so I probably will cut it relatively. I mean, I may be briefer than normal. We'll see. But yeah, especially if there's not a lot going on. So we'll see how it goes. Nice. Okay, 2 torpedoes hit. Critical damage. Yeah, got one. After what, 3 encounters, I think. But the other 2 were against ASW quicker devices. Well, everyone got away safe and sound, I feel like. Up in the that was the best. Maybe I just misremember early war stuff, but that was, I think, the best operation I had in Animan seen this last trip. Well, we haven't seen some air-to-air in a little bit. I usually just skip through this because I'm either in a hurry or just not interested. And for those who like watching this, I apologize for skipping sometimes. Although sometimes, look at this, it's just two good groups of pilots, you know, against each other that neither one of them can shoot the other down, and so it can go on for a long time. In this case, he's getting the better of us. I'm probably gonna have to pull out. This will probably be my last day doing this air-to-air because these H-81A3s are gonna have to be replenished, and I can't do that here at Changsha, so I'll have to pull them back out. But what I can do, I have a lot of fighters in Chongqing. I could probably replace them. I could probably replace these fighters with other just bring in other fighters from Chongqing. We'll take a look at what our options are, but in the meantime, so either way, I'm going to pull some of these air units out to replenish, and otherwise, whether we bring in more or not. But I promise you, if we don't bring in more, I will ground these aircraft. I do not want, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I guess the bottom line is I don't want them to bomb my airfield with elements left there. Okay. So we'll either get them all out or replace them with other. Look at this. We might get some. That was smart, doing the sweeps and then bringing in escorted bombers, because we'll have to get through 10 Tojos to get to those Sally. If you don't mind, I'm going to kind of skip through this because this is going to probably take a while. But we do have the numbers on them, so let's see how it goes. We do get 3 Sallies, and maybe our flag can get more. Let's see. And it could be that he did lose one more Sally to flag. Oh wow, we shredded his bomb. We shredded this group. Do you know I almost did not cover? Almost didn't do cap this turn. I almost thought, you know, our opportunity has come and gone because of that huge sweep he did yesterday. But I'm glad I stuck it out because we were able to shoot down quite a few Sallies there. Not ideal. I mean, we are flying high, but I guess he's got some flak in there. And we may lose some of these. These vengeances are, they do some damage though. I really like using them for air base attacks. We may finish off this unit before our troops get in the hex. 1 light industry hit in clear sky with 24 bombers. Sorry, I don't know how many there were. I said 24. I might have been looking at this number. I can't, anyway, I think this number was 24. Anyway, still not doing as much damage as I had hoped. But yeah, we might just finish this guy off. 35 Gs coming in and strafing, sweeping low. Look at that, 14 hits. I don't know if he's repairing this or not, or if my recon is just giving me bad information, but it keeps looking like his oil is repairing. This may do it right here. Let's see. Okay. So what I may do, man, I didn't get his carrier or into anything. I lost at least 2, but I think I lost 3 of these vengeances. So I don't have anything like a Betty or a Nell where I have long-range torpedo attack ability. All my, well, land-based, so all my land-based stuff is shorter range. I mean, I can use level bombers, but they're not going to be accurate at all. I, so he could raid, technically, he could raid in whatever capacity, whether it's short bombardment or aerial attack. There we go. He could really wreck me in different places. Like, for example, the Marshals, because even if I have Dauntlesses aplenty, you know, he could get in and out before they could even reach in range. So that's the downside with what I've got currently available to me, but he hasn't taken advantage of that. All right, we're gonna take a look at some things, but I'm gonna highlight some what I think are important things, and then we'll move on. Okay, so another devastating day in the air for both of us, really. I lost 16 aircraft. He lost 36. So it's a bit better on for us, but still, it was we lost 10 in active operations. But let's take a look. This is 35. Something's off, but we'll just look at what we have here. 20 Tojos and 14 Sallys. So that was pretty devastating for him over Changsha, which tells me, and then 1-0 here on ops, which tells me that our little air group over Changsha did a lot better because we lost 7 maybe 8. I believe this is probably one of those Chinese aircraft. So we lost 8 in defense of Changsha to his what was it? 34. So 4 to 1, 8 to yeah. We did lose vengeances. We saw that, and of course these ops losses and a Blenheim. So we saw all the rest of these. And pilots. Oh, 10. That's terrible. If they're Chinese, which likely there are a lot of Chinese in this 10, we don't get a lot of those. So that's going to be not good at all. We did sink this cargo ship here. Pretty decent ship. It carries like multiple things. The Japanese know how to use how to create merchant shipping. Let's see if we see the whoops, I meant to do sunk day. See if we see the I-2 here. Nope, still not showing up. It's fine. Okay, that said, let's jump right in. This is where I wanted to center my focal point. He's got carriers here. At least that's what our search planes are saying. And I've tried to move my subs into position. I was told there was a carrier coming here, but it looks like they arrived all the way here. We actually have our carrier group right here, and 9 hexes away is up into here, I believe. Well, we can look at that. How do I look at that? Nope, it's not saying. This is equivalent. What does this say? 9. I'm not saying it'll go, but we can tell it go direct. And if we say go direct, it'll come here. And maybe we can have a nice carrier battle. I do know I've got some stuff in the area that if he does have some activity, will be in danger. So I kind of need to come up here anyway. And then we've got whatever aircraft here trying to do their best at, I only have so much administration here. But the PBYs, everything's working hard. We've got, like I say, we got our search looking over the ocean and bubble, and I don't know. This is going to be interesting, but we may have a carrier showdown soon. If he's if he's pushing south like this, we will have a carrier showdown. He spotted me more in this area yesterday, but I shifted east, which turns out to be a great thing. He may have hoped to catch me in another. Let's say he expected a raid up in here, maybe, which I was thinking about. But I shifted back this way for a couple reasons. One, because I thought my amphibious groups are coming up this way, and so I wanted to cover them. And it looks like it was fortuitous. Now, I don't have a lot of fuel at Darwin, but I'm getting more. That's a pretty significant improvement, 35,000. So I'm bringing in a lot more, and then I feel like I can get my carriers groups with um, full fuel from now on. But I should be able to get up in here somewhere. Maybe, anyway, we'll see. I'm not going to do that, try to organize all that right now. I just wanted to point out that he's on the move, and if I'm, see, range 9, we could almost run into the same hex, but we'll see how it goes. I do intend to meet him. I think we're okay. He may have some land-based aircraft up here, like in let's say Davao or Manado. I'm not sure where, but I'm gonna push out. We're just gonna make sure we have enough cap, and then we'll see how this plays out. hopefully it's interesting, hopefully entertaining. So I wanted to point that out, and then we did eliminate these guys with just bombing. We arrive just in time to basically do the cleanup. So we'll just um, I guess we can move to Kalaka for now, just to be in a position to be picked up or something, because this is road. This is not. This this should be road, it looks like. It looks like maybe it was programmed incorrectly. In fact, this has a road, but this does not. I wonder if this, I don't know. It's fine. I'm not even gonna make a big deal about it, but it's just weird that it doesn't have a connection to Kendari. That said, let's move to Klaka. All right. Okay, so um, why are they moving east? That doesn't even make sense. That is so weird. Let's do this. So we're gonna stay in this hex one day, see if we can get possession of this hex. Because for some reason it's saying the Japanese own these other hex sides. If that persists, we're just gonna have to move back. That's frustrating. There's no Japanese here. But again, maybe the game needs a turn to catch up. If we can get that to update, then we'll come across northwest. If not, we'll just go ahead and march east, and we'll cancel. Um, I I'm willing to go back. It's just frustrating that we can't just go northwest. But just because we arrived the day we finished them off, that's crazy. Okay. Um, I don't think there's anything else to talk about specifically, but I'll show you this as we continue to strengthen. Our assault strength is now 222. We're really getting these guys replaced up, and we got plenty of support here. I think we're going to be improving our position, and I'd like to keep bombing these guys as well. And let's shift over here and talk about Changsha, and then we'll basically be done. The service damage, I keep thinking, I haven't done any research on this. I keep thinking that has to do with the ability to get these aircraft back out into action, and then the runway damage has to do with taking damage on landing. So we're keeping the runway clean so that to minimize our damage when we land, but our replenishment of our air group is reduced possibly by the service damage. In any case, you can see here as they're getting attrited here, we have 8 out of 12, so 2/3 available, and I cannot replace them, so I need to get them back to Chungking to replace them. And I have fighters here that I can bring in, which I may do, but I do have them. These guys are pretty well ready to go. So I may get some of these in action. I'll have to think about it though, because I need to make sure I have enough fighters to to fly and protect the damaged ones that I'll be leaving behind. What I could do is I could fly out to Lu Chao. Because if I fly out to Lu Chao, we've got some support. And if I fly out to Lu Chao, it'll also rail the damaged ones out. And then and then I don't have damaged aircraft that are risking getting destroyed by bombs. But look at these two air groups are like I could leave these here as well as some new ones flying in. The but I have to get these other ones out to repair, get them back in combat um, combat status. But also, this is pretty much destroyed. He's going this way to fight our last core or remnants here. That's fine. And these guys will move. I want to say to Q Kyang, if that's right. Kyang. And we'll just head over. um, I'm gonna annoy him for a little bit. If we can move as fast as he does, we can get into this hex and make. You know what? That's not even gonna help us. No, this is wood. Okay, I thought it was clear terrain. It's wood. We can stay here. We have 3 4s. It's wood. It's times 2. Let's stay here. All right. Well, I'm gonna wrap it here. I think I covered the highlights, the things that I'm most worried about. I will point out one more thing. You can see our ships are safe, and he hasn't even spotted some of these. Looks like he spotted none of them. This destroyer escort got away. This is the guy that was trying to escort the cruiser that got destroyed. I'm comfortable bringing this up here for at least for the moment, and we'll full refuel. That's fine. Let's just for purposes of getting here without problem. Let's do direct coastal as well. And then what I'm going to do, I've got organization to do. What I'm going to do is get some of these ships offloaded to start repairs. I promise you I cannot where is it? I cannot repair this here, the Suffolk here at Rangoon, but I am thinking about putting it here for now to repair to a better system and float. Get it some maybe some more speed. I don't know. Maybe it's pointless. Maybe I should just that's what I'll do. I'll just go ahead and send it now. We'll coastal routing, and then I'll set this guy to join it. Meet, come on, meet the escort task force and merge, and then that way we can get that guy repaired at Calcutta. The rest of these I should be able to repair to a high degree. Well, this guy, I might do the same. I might grab the Newcastle. Because there's no point in doing partial repairs here. Grab the Newcastle, and the rest of these, I'm gonna just probably be able to repair them here. If not, I'll do the best I can with what I have. Plus, I'll probably merge them. Um, I like this guy though. The problem is probably Willis will take over, which might be okay too. Because I'm attrition has caused me to lose a lot of these cruisers, which might require me to merge them anyway. Well, that's it. I think it was a good mission. We lost a couple of ships and uh, I think three maybe. An LST, a transport, and a cruiser, and I'm not happy about that at all. That's not what makes me feel comfortable about the raid. What makes me feel comfortable about it is we have all the ground troops we want here now, and we had good success in the air. He was nervous enough to stay back at Victoria Point. So all in all, what I was really worried about is worse air attacks and a surface raid while we were here. But none of that happened, and we're safe back at harbor. I think still with enough ships to keep him at bay here at Rangoon. I don't think we have to worry about him bombarding Rangoon either. For that matter, I'm wondering if one of the things he's doing with this group here is he's going to try to hit us here at Manokwari. But again, we're in the area. He doesn't know it. He will know it soon, and we'll see how it goes. Thanks, thanks for joining me, and I know by the time I get this uploaded, it'll be way past, but I hope you all have a good Thanksgiving, possibly holiday season in December, as we're, again, delays on uploading and whatnot. But take care, everyone. We'll see you next time, September 13. Bye.